Hello, my kitty patooties, and welcome the frick back in. We are here live with my Twitch. Twitch, would you like to say hello to the YouTube gang? We are going to be listening to ANNISOKAY. And my brain went immediately to Annie, are you okay? Da 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 da. I have no idea if that was the inspiration behind that, but my brain instantly went there. But this is the band ANNISOKAY. And this is a song called Human. And before we jump into this, just a friendly reminder to please like and subscribe. And with that said, am I okay today? I mean, that is a question I ask myself every day. Yar. Ooh. An Adam and Eve-esque-ness. What did that say on the book? Knowledge. Okay, continue. Layering. Okay, so it's interesting because we're going from, you know, the kind of, I guess, the biblical, like, Adam and Eve, the beginning of humanity, and going from kind of that and then going throughout the ages. It's very interesting that they did it, I guess, that way, because those are two very different stories about how humans were made, because you went from Adam and Eve to caveman. So that was a very interesting choice to make. I feel like those are two different ways of believing how humans became who they are today, you know? But we are kind of going through time, as we can see now. I think we're in like this, I don't know, 1700s? 1800s? Probably 1800s by the look of it, actually. Maybe early 1800s. Anyways, we're going through the centuries. And then if you look at the lyrics, it says, "We crowd the earth with gas and treason, a sacred gift we shed with reason until our hope blows up. We will never care, we will never care. Here's to being human, gods of temptation. We feast till the downfall, growing into the ending like tombstones in the sun." So it definitely feels like it's kind of talking about, you know, the damage that humans have done with gas and treason. Here's to being human, gods of temptation, you know, like we are but at the same time, like, we are also flawed creatures, you know. We feast till the downfall, grow into the ending like tombstones in the sun. It's definitely kind of like an abstract way, I think, of talking about, you know, the ups and downs of, I guess, humanity is kind of what I'm getting from it. It definitely feels like it's looking at it from a more negative viewpoint when it talks about, you know, crowding the earth, gas and treason, gods of temptation, feast till the downfall, tombstones in the sun. Like, it definitely feels like it is looking at it like more of the negative points in history. But I mean, humans, I think we can all agree that humans are pretty effed up. Like, they could be, it's kind of like two sides of the coin, you know? They can be absolutely beautiful and amazing and wonderful, and then you can have absolute monsters. And it's kind of like, there's always going to be this, kind of like that struggle of, you know, the struggle of dark and light, you know, or heaven and hell. Like, we always have these representations of kind of opposites. And I mean, that's the same as humanity. I'm getting way too philosophical. I'm going to continue this. Welcome to my TED Talk. It's a voice. Layering is lovely. Yeah, okay. So they had science. Okay. Then I think we had World War I or II, and now we're having kind of money corruption. Where we strive for more, where we face the trials of our own demise, where we realize that we only aim at power and control, where we are taking our own fucking. Oh, man, that's pretty heavy. We're just taking our own fucking. Oh my god. Oh! That was a fun vocal distortion. I think we can all know that they were talking about a nuclear bomb, big red button. Damn. Okay, so they definitely got into, like, a lot more of... Okay, well, we'll let this go while I talk a tiny bit. Tiny bit, lol. We pollute our souls with lies against the bleeding. Progress is all that we know, because in this race, there is no ceiling, so you better run as fast as you can, because the time keeps ticking no matter where you're at. Smother the facts. When our lives blow up, we ain't coming back. Under the banner of salvation, we feast the blood of limping nations. While we strive for more, will we face the truth of our own demise? Will we realize that we only aim at power and control while we're digging our own effing hole? We're just digging our own effing hole. Some say, I told you so. Some question all we do, but in the end, we don't want to come up short. So then it goes on to kind of talk about, you know, like, greed and like greed for power, for money, for tons of, you know, corruptible things, because they also have in the chorus there, here's to being human, gods of temptation. So it's like this constant hunger for power, for money, etc., etc., for control. And you know, we've definitely come to a point in our in human history where we have things like the nuclear bomb, and it's a very scary thing to know, because you know, that power rests in the hands of, I don't know, probably a couple people in this world, and that is, I think, a very, very scary thought. I don't think anyone should really have that amount of power. But yeah, it's that was a very interesting song, really makes you think. It also kind of forces you to, especially with all of like the imagery, I think the imagery really, like, you know, drives their points home. But it really makes you kind of like take your head out of the sand, and it's like, oh, we do live in a pretty scary world, don't we? We live in a beautiful world sometimes, but we also live in a scary world sometimes. Like I said, it's kind of the two sides of it. So I think this is definitely highlighting the more scary side, for sure. But yeah, that made me think. And the layering was fun. I like how they had clean vocals and harsh vocals. And I hope Anne is okay. I had to do it. But bonk. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you cutie patooties in the next one. Bye.